start in a seat. So if people would like to come to a seat, Sophia's adjusting the camera. There we go. Okay, so simple cross-legged Sukhasana. If you want to take hero pose, kneeling, something for just a little bit of grounding, meditation, and a little bit of breath work. We're going to do a little pranayama. Some people might really want to go for half lotus or full lotus. Not me, but she can. There she goes. Yeah, it's impressive. But mainly we want a tall seat. So just find your seat on your mat next to your partner or partners. Just make sure that the sit bones are grounding down into the earth, and you can have your hands resting in your lap. Your palms can be up or down. Sort of figure out which way they might need to be. Do you feel like you need a little bit more energy this afternoon? You'd like to receive a little more light, a little more clarity, then turn the palms up. If you feel as though you need to be more grounded, more connected to the earth's energy, then turn the palms down. And just shut your eyes. Come into a place of stillness and some quiet. And begin to notice the natural quality of your breath flowing in and out of your nose. Notice if the breath is feeling really round and smooth, deep, or if it's more choppy, kind of shallow, high up in your chest. It doesn't really matter. What matters is paying attention and noticing. Just begin to feel the body softening into the earth. Let the earth receive you. You receive the earth. We're going to start with a fun pranayama technique called bumblebee breath or Bhramari breath. And it's super fun when you're in a room full of people because it's meant to sound like a hive of bees. Lots of you have done this with me many times, but for those of you who haven't, it just requires kind of lightly plugging your ears shut. You can take a mudra for it where you put your fingertips on your head so that you feel the vibration in your skull, and you put your thumbs over those little, what is that thing called? The trachea or something? That flappy part of your ear? Sure, she says. Or you just plug your ears and you shut your eyes, but we're going to do this 5 times. So what happens is everybody's breath length is different. So we'll all start together by emptying out our lungs in a second, but then we'll take a big breath in, and basically you seal the lips and you just kind of buzz the lips together like a hum, like mm. So that creates a buzzy bee sound, and when you'll be able to hear the other people that you're practicing with. It's kind of fun. So do it 5 bumblebee breaths on your breath, beginning with emptying the lungs out now. Take a big breath in and hum. Breathe in breathe out. Release the mudra if you have it. Turn your palms up towards the sky. Since we activated the throat chakra, let's go ahead and collectively Om. So exhale again. Inhale to prepare. Draw your hands to heart center. Rub your palms, generate some heat. Cup the palms gently over the eyes. Blink the eyes open and release the palms. Great, so we just activated a little vibration, stimulated some stuff, got some prana going, and now we are gonna be guided mostly by Sophia into the partner part.
Now we're going to do some asanas.
Asanas, okay.
And warm up a little bit. So we're going to do right hand down. Stretch your left arm over. Just a nice little side body stretch here. Let's relax that shoulder too so it's not creeping up towards the ear. I always love sending the gaze up to the ceiling too here. And if your neighbor's nearby, you can give them a little tickle. And we're going to come back up and we're just going to take the opposite side. So we'll do left arm down, right arm stretching over now. And again, relaxing the shoulder, gazing up towards the ceiling if you can. And take another breath here. And then inhale, come all the way up. Let's go ahead and circle the wrists around, slowly sending the hands down back into your lap. And we're just going to do a really, really easy twist here. So you're going to take your left hand over to the right knee and just gaze over the right shoulder here. Now nice long spine, take a deep breath. As you exhale, deepen into this twist a little bit more. Keep sending your gaze over the shoulder. And then slowly unravel with your next exhale. And we'll repeat on the other side. Right hand, left knee. Gazing back over the shoulder, take a deep breath in. And exhale. Slowly come back to center. Hands are going to plant down onto the floor. Feet are going to plant down, knees stay bent, and we'll just take some wind wipe side to side. So getting into the hips now. Also a little glute massage too, that might feel nice here. Good. So warming up through the hips, getting a little heat building inside the body too. Let's take another breath in. And exhale. Let's come back to center. Hands can stay right there. Feet are going to plant. We're just going to lift the hips up into our upward table here. Core staying engaged now. Of course, if you want to add a little bit more activation here as well, you can go into an upward plank position, walking the feet forward. Be careful not to allow the butt to sink back down, so you want to keep lifting it up. Core is engaged. You squeeze the glutes in, and you should feel that activation through the hamstrings as well. Keep lifting here, holding it up. Building a little heat in the body, finding that full body activation. Let's take another breath in. And exhale, just slowly release. We're going to find our tabletop position now. So get there however you want to. Go back on your mat. Get off my mat.
Get off her mat.
Shoulders stacking over the wrists, knees underneath the hips. You just want to make sure you have a little bit of room here. And we'll begin with our cat-cows. Inhale, dropping the belly. And then exhale, really rounding the spine, pushing the hands down into the floor. You should find that little activation through the lats also, that muscle underneath the armpits. Inhale, drop the belly. Exhale, round the spine. Let's do that just one more time. That should be good. Inhale, drop the belly. Exhale, round the spine. Neutralizing your spine, coming back into your tabletop, and just go ahead and offer some hip circles here too. That might feel really good. And these can be as big as you want. They can go as fast or as slow as you need. You can also play with where your fingertips are pointing, maybe out to the sides, maybe back to the knees where the palms. You can always flip up. Make sure that you do reverse those circles the opposite way if you haven't done so yet. We'll do one more breath here. And exhale. Good. When you're ready, find your down dog. So just go ahead, tuck the toes, lifting the knees up, hips high to the sky. And you're actually pushing back a little bit too. Maybe walking your down dog out today. Pedaling through the feet. Might be your first down dog today. Or maybe your first down dog in a while. That's okay. Just moving through it. But if you're ready, letting both heels kind of just come down towards the floor. We'll take another breath in. And exhale. You're going to gaze forward and then just step your right foot to the outside of your right hand. So we're coming into a nice wide lunge. You can take it wider if you want, but just allowing the hips to sink down. You should feel this through the hip flexor. And then from here, I like to release my left knee down. You don't have to if you don't want to. But you can also come all the way down into the elbow. So just take it as it is, kind of. Find what feels good for you today. And there's no need to really push yourself any further. And then a little stretch too. This isn't going to be a super vigorous class. We'll just get a little bit of awakening through the hips. Let's do one more breath. And just making your way back into your down dog. And once there, just kind of noticing too how the right side feels a little bit different from the left side. And then gazing forward, we're just going to step that left foot to the outside of the left hand, nice wide runners. Again, make any adjustments here that you need to for yourself, whatever feels good. You can always make those adjustments too. You can always move around in it. You don't have to stay in one spot the whole entire time. And letting go, especially through the shoulders. Try not to hold on through the glutes. Let's do one more breath. And then come back up. This time, keep your left foot where it is though. Let's find our yogi squat. So all you're gonna do is step your right foot now to the outside of the right hand. All right, and if you can, sink those hips all the way down, go for it. If you can't, no worries. If you have something nearby, you can always pop a squat onto a pillow, some blankets or a block, right?
Pop a squat.
Yeah, pop a squat. Otherwise, hands are gonna stay at heart center. We're here, and you're not, for my younger people who might be super flexible, don't allow your butt to come down to the floor. We're still finding that activation. You're opening up the knees, thinking long spine, and I want you to feel like you would be able to just kind of like lift up here. And that's where that activation is coming from. Let's do another breath in, and exhale. Plant your hands down on the floor. Now lift your hips up high and just zip the feet together. Head right in our forward fold. I'm just taking a breath here to let the head be heavy towards the floor. You're really finding that grounding sensation through the feet. Keep that sensation, keep that grounding place, and slowly roll all the way up as we come to stand. And rolling the shoulder blades back and down the spine, palms face forward. Let's just do a breath in and exhale out. We're going to sweep the fingertips all the way up high and just keep moving here to build some heat inside the body. As you exhale, hands through heart center, let's flat back fold. On your inhale, take a halfway look up. I always like to send my hands underneath the knees as I lengthen through the spine, shift my gaze forward. Release the head back down, plant the hands. Step back into a high plank position. Shoulders stacking over the wrists, hips just about in line with the shoulders. And take a breath in. And exhale. Shifting slightly forward. We're going to take our chaturanga towards the earth. Now, when you take this, you can let your belly come all the way down and then lift up cobra, or you can keep it hovering into your upward facing dog. And then we'll meet in a downward facing dog. Take a breath in. And exhale. Gaze goes forward. Bend the knees. Now walk, step, or take a little float to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway look up. Exhale, release the head. Inhale, we're going to extend our Tadasana, reaching the fingertips all the way up. And let's just add a little goalpost arm, little baby back bend. That was one sun A. Let's do a second one. So inhale, re-lengthen. Exhale, flat back, fold down. Halfway look up. Release the head, plant the hands. Go ahead, step back, high plank. Pause here for a moment. Find that full body activation. And then keep it as you take your chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Again, gazing forward, bend the knees, walk, step, or take that float to the top. Halfway look up, release the head. Inhale, extend. And one more time, just that little goalpost arm. Baby back bend. Re-lengthen, and we'll just rest here with the hands at heart center. Nice deep breath in. And exhale. Okay, if you're on a mat like us, and you want to, you can definitely face the left side now or the right side, I don't really care. I'm gonna face the left side, so I'm facing you guys. And we're gonna do something called breath of joy. Now, breath of joy, we're taking our feet wide. And all you're gonna do here, on an inhale, you're gonna go inhale, bend the knees, sweep the arms forward. Inhale, arms outside. Now inhale, arms up. So this is where the exhale comes in. We're gonna exhale and go fast down. So it's inhale, forward, side, up, and fold. Inhale, forward, side, up, and fold. Keep on going. Smiling here as breath of joy, so be happy. And we're just moving. Again, this is about building that heat. Get the heart rate up, the blood pumping, and then we're gonna do some fun partner stuff after this. Let's take 3 more. 2. Good, last one. Love it. Good, come all the way up. Shake it out. Yeah. Great. Grab your partner. So, if you don't have mats, it's totally fine. If you do, you can kind of see our setup. We're actually going to face each other, or your partner, you and your partner, you're going to face each other. We're each going to step our right foot forward and our left foot back, right? Bend your right knee. So we're coming into a crescent. If you want to be in a warrior one, left heel can always be down. Hips are squared off though. Let's just reach the fingertips up high. Now you might notice me and my mom are staggered a little bit, so that's okay, but it's also okay if you are facing one another. Take a breath in and exhale. Now from here, all we're gonna do is open up into a warrior 2, right? So right knee is bending, left leg's back behind, you're gazing over the right middle finger. Nice deep breath in and exhale. Take your left hand, wrap it back behind, all right? Take your right hand, try to reach for your partner's left hand. Little bound position, warrior friends. Sinking low, squeeze those thighs in, all right? Low body activation here. Breathe in and exhale. Release the hands, let's come back into our high crescent. Good, inhale. And then we're just gonna step one of your feet back. We're gonna repeat on the other side. So left foot forward now. Good, squeeze the thighs and reach the fingertips all the way up. Zip your ribs into, find that activation through the core. You're sinking nice and low. Big breath in. And exhale. Open up into your warrior 2, right? So the left fingertips are forward. You're gazing over the left fingertips. You're sinking nice and low. And you're gonna take your right arm and bind it behind your back. You're gonna send your left hand to your partner's right hand, right? Warrior friends, sinking low. Squeeze those thighs in. Use each other as a support here. I know this is not like the hardest pose, but it also can be when you find that full activation, especially through the low part of the body. Breathe in and exhale. Release your grip. Come back through your high crescent. Good. And then release, just step both feet back. We're gonna end up in a Tadasana. Shake it out. We're gonna do another partner pose. And this one doesn't have a real name, but think Titanic. Okay. Come here, Mom. So, we're gonna switch too, so you're gonna take turns. So whoever wants to be in front, go ahead, step forward, partner back behind. You're gonna take your partner's hands behind. My mom's gonna grab onto mine. And now this is a heart opener here. This is what I mean by Titanic. I'm gonna let my heart come open. My mom's gonna hold on to my weight here. We're gonna spread my arms wide, and I'm gonna try to lift my heart towards the ceiling. I can just hear my heart will go on right here. I'm envisioning I'm in front of a boat,
She gets to be the masthead first, obviously.
I'm Kate Winslet. Take a few more breaths. Like really allow the shoulder blades to open. Really give your weight here because your partner can counter the weight by leaning back. They'll got you. They got you. Don't worry. Breathe and hold it here. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath in. Now partners, slowly pull them back up. Help them here. Good, and release. And then step the other one in front. Here we go. Oh, I guess we could just turn around. That would work too. Now I gotta wipe off my sweaty hands to grab my mom's. I don't want to drop her.
No, please.
And then go ahead. Give your weight forward, because I got you, because I can counterbalance here. You see I'm leaning back a little bit. You can go more if you wanted to.
Well, I don't have that kind of back then, Sophia.
I'm just saying if you wanted to.
Yeah, if I wanted, I'd love to, but this is about as far as it goes.
Hold it, 2 more breaths. Right, and then partner, you're gonna slowly pull them back up. Right, now we're gonna do a double one. We're gonna make like a little heart with our bodies. So, back to back, grab their hands. You can walk your feet in a little bit close, and then slowly together. You have to feel it with each other. Begin to allow your heart to go to your front. And then lift up here. Again, you can push the hips forward. And my little bendy people, you can go for that back bend here, opening up through the shoulders. Keep the core engaged. I got you. Hold it. 2 more breaths. You got it. 1 more breath. I got you. Release. Shake it out. Wipe your hands off. That was so good. That was awesome. Should we do our double dancer?
Can we do a little counter pose to that?
Do a forward fold?
Yes. The mothers might appreciate this. Bend your legs a little bit wider than your hips and really slowly dive down. Let your head spill heavy towards the earth. Bend your knees, generously bend your knees, so much so that your rib cage attaches to your thighs, and reach behind your knees or your thighs for your opposite elbows and squeeze yourself in and do a little counter pose to that back bend. Let the weight be in the toes, not the heels so much. Trust that you won't fall over on your head and breathe. Good, then slowly release the hands and just let them be heavy, articulate through the spine, roll up, vertebra by vertebra, and let your head lift last. Thank you. Needed that.
We're gonna do another kind of back bendy thing though. This one won't be super deep. So double dancer. Both of you are gonna face one another. And then let's ground down through the right foot first and just bend your left knee. Yep. Take your left hand around the left foot, reach the right hands together. Now all you're going to do, you're going to just dip into one another.
I think we need to be further apart.
Push into my hand, push into each other's hands. Like you would for like a chair pose or something.
I am pushing, but it's wiggly. Stop it. Yeah, see, she's got show-offy dancer too.
Yay! Other side. That was good.
Oh.
You gotta push it to me.
Pushing.
It's all about like that counterbalance. You want to share your weight with one another, or else you guys are gonna fall out with it. Good. Let's slowly come up. Stay facing each other, shake each other's hands, all right? We're gonna do chair lifts. It's gonna be like an elevator motion here. Again, it's about counterweight, so you gotta share each other's weight, all right? So slightly lean back, bend your knees. These are so fun. Here we go, Mom. Lower down. Yes, you can do it. Lift back up. Help your partner out. Lower down. Good. Lift it up. Can we do 3 more?
Yeah, easier if you hold wrists, I think.
2 more. That was a good one.
Oh.
1 more, let's stay low though, okay? There you go, there you go. Now for my super flexy people, you can just send your butt down onto the floor. Or help your mom out. There we go. We're gonna do our boat pose now.
All right.
This one's kind of funky. You do have to have a little bit of mobility and flexibility through the hamstrings. So we'll show you the first option without a grip, and then we'll show you the second option with a grip.
This is where, Jill, you might get in trouble with the leg length with your son.
So keep your hands down on the floor, and let's just touch toes to 1 foot, and then try to bounce. You're bouncing in between your sits bone and your tailbone. You want to find that yummy space. And you notice me and my mom both have really short arms. So reaching for one another is hard. We kind of got to crunch and curl. But then from there, we can lengthen through the legs. Hard up. Yeah.
Yeah. And it does make it easier to open through the heart with this traction.
Oh, yeah.
How y'all doing?
I love it. I like this one.
I like this one too. It's kind of calming.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier than doing it on your own, that's for sure.
I love a good boat pose.
You're a glutton for punishment.
All right, slowly release. We're gonna come back into that yogi squat. Bend your knees. Yeah, plant the feet down. All right, help each other to lift each other back up. You got it. Hug. And then we're gonna lift all the way up. Shake it out. All right, guys, you know I'm a sucker for inversions, so we're gonna do a down dog handstand thing. And if you don't feel comfortable doing this, obviously don't do it.
What was the second way of doing boat?
Without the hands.
Oh, without the hands. Okay.
So, partner 1, go into your downward facing dog.
In front of you?
Sure. Partner number 2. What you're gonna do, you're going to take your feet, You're gonna take your feet on your partner's sacrum. Now you wanna avoid their sit bones. You wanna find that nice flat back part in them, okay? You're actually gonna go in front of them. And your hands can be just in front of their hands, but I'm shorter, so maybe a little bit wider for you. And then you're gonna try to send your toes over your partner's sacrum, pushing into it's called the PSIS. It's a little dip in the low back here. And you see my feet are supported by my mom's right now, and I'm also kind of in a downward facing dog. This is super fun. And I love inversions because the heart is over the head. It optimizes the circulation in the body, and it releases endorphins, and it boosts the serotonin. So it's gonna put you in that zen, happy state. Now feel free to hold this for as long as you'd like. I know I've got some gymnasts with us today, so if you want to go for your handstand from here, lifting one leg up, and then maybe trying to go for that second one off of your mom. When you're ready, just come out of it. And then we'll switch. So I'm coming into my downward facing dog now. And my mom's gonna put her feet right on my PSIS. That's that little part of my low back that has dimples. Yep. And for people in your downward facing dog too, this might feel really good behind your legs. It's a pretty deep stretch to the hamstrings, and it really helps to get those heels down onto the floor.
This takes a lot of core. Just saying.
Well, that's why we did both first.
Ugh. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh.
Good. Check it out. Grab a sip of water, friends. That was a lot that we just threw at you. We gotta start to cool down though now, so. We're actually gonna make our way down to sit on the mat. And we're gonna come into a wide-legged seated posture. So your feet can connect with your partner's feet however you want. And please know that you can definitely take this as wide as you need. All right. Look at your partner, reach the fingertips up high. Now, what I want you to do here is telepathically tell them what side you're gonna go to. And really try to keep your sits bones grounding down on the floor. And we'll just hang out here for a little bit. You can play with the arms stretching over, but also the nose towards the knee. Just a little bit of a different kind of stretch here. Might feel really nice. And then slowly, let's come all the way up. And then just take the opposite side. Move with your partner. And again, you can kind of switch up how this is for you. You can always square your body off towards your leg. That might feel better. It's a little bit of a deeper stretch then too. When you're ready, let's come all the way up. Grab hold of your partner's hands, right? And we're just gonna kind of seesaw here. So together, one of you will pull the other forward. Good. And you can hang out here as long as you want. But then when you're ready, you can seesaw it back and then pull your partner over. You don't have to go that low.
Well, I usually like it.
Let's just do it one more time, each person.
Yeah, we could do what you said.
Good, and then switch.
Ooh.
Come all the way back up. Shake it out, release. Do you want to sit back to back first or do triceps? Keep you back to back. Okay. We're going to come to sit back to back. You can take whatever legs might feel good for you here. Actually, we could just do it for me too. Let's do this guy first. I love this guy. So your partner, mom, you're gonna fold forward here. As she folds forward, I'm actually gonna push my feet into the floor and try to get my butt up, a little bit higher.
Okay. I'm okay.
I'm gonna try to just kind of like lay over her. Now hopefully this doesn't hurt your partner.
If it does, stop.
If it does stop, or partner, take a different leg variation, that might be why. And for the person on top, this should feel really good, just kind of opening up the shoulders. And then slowly, 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 who's ever on top, release back down. Realign the spines. Take a breath. And then second partner, switching.
This is a lot like what you might have done in a gym on one of those big, huge rubber balls that inflate. Kind of like a reverse table over something. How do you have your feet, Sophia?
I'm cross-legged.
Well. Let your palms be up towards the sky if you're receiving this posture, and just breathe into the heart opening that this is. And take another big breath in. And as you exhale, slowly slide off till your sit bones hit the earth, and then sit back up. Spine to spine. Let your backs support one another.
We're going to add a little twist in now. So each of you, let's take your left hand over to the right knee, and then just twist. Try to keep the spines together. I love it. You can even reach for your partner's knee. And think about lengthening through the spine, even as you twist here. And slowly unravel. We'll just repeat right away the opposite side. Right hand, left knee. And slowly come back to center. You're going to stay here back to back, feeling the warmth of each other against yourselves. And connecting with the breath as well. Maybe noticing your partner's breath. Eyes can close.
And just arrange your legs how they feel most comfortable to be here for a little bit. We're going to do a little tiny guided meditation. Back to back like this. So really the idea is that you should feel so completely supported by your partner's spine that you're not carrying any tension as you might normally when you're sitting cross-legged on the floor. But your legs can be long. You could do Baddha Konasana, soles of the feet together, knees wide. So whatever feels right for your legs to stay in this posture for a little bit. And then shut the eyes if they aren't already. And tuck your chin back so that the back of the neck becomes a little longer. Lift up through the crown as if a string were attached to the crown of your head and drawing your spine really, really tall, creating some space between the vertebrae. You might want to lightly engage the bandhas, so that is a core lock, just really drawing your belly button in and up. That helps to protect the spine, keep everything stable. And just really begin to feel now. We'll drop into a few moments of silence. And exhale all the air out. And begin to inhale and exhale. Seeing if you can't detect the rhythm of your partner's breath. And then see if you can't begin to match, or at least synchronize your breathing. Not doing anything special with the breath, just coming in and out of your nose. The only thing you're trying to do is to find your partner's pattern, their rhythm, and to connect it to your own. feel or sense the rhythm of their heart. In this posture, you're very much connected together at the back of the heart space. So it's right between your shoulder blades. Just feel the pulse. This human connection. This common rhythm that we share. Beginning to breathe as one. And to match the heartbeat. Feeling that pranic energy exchange, that life force just coursing between the two of you. And as you are being supported in this way by someone that you are very close to, someone who is an intrinsic loving part of your life, begin to send that person some love, some prayers, some wishes, some intentions of goodness, of light, of energy. And as you share this breath, this beat, these loving intentions, just feel the light surrounding the two of you, sealing you in, holding you in that energetic space of support, loving light and happiness. And we'll seal this meditation in by first matching our breath and then matching vibration. So both of you at the same time, empty out your lungs. Take a big breath in. Open up the mouth and sigh it out. Again, big breath in through the nose. Open mouth, sigh it out. Last one, big breath in through the nose. Hold the breath at the top. Sip in a tiny bit more air. Open mouth, release. Take another breath in. And we will Om to conclude. And then gently reach behind you for your partner's hands. Give them a loving squeeze. Release your hands, draw your hands to heart center. Remembering to have mindful thoughts. Bring the thumbs to the lips for mindful speech, the thumbs to the third eye for mindful thoughts. Did I already say that? Yeah. Clear vision, how about that? And then bowing to your practice and the practice of others. Namaste.
Namaste.
Yay!